Do heaven and earth touch? Why don't you take a moment and share your thoughts on that? Do heaven and earth touch? Well, there's some interesting examples in the Bible where we see glimpses of heaven. And so let's look at just one of them, and it's found in Exodus chapter 24. In verse 9, it says, "Then Moses and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and the 70 elders of Israel went up, and they saw the God of Israel. And there was under his feet, as it were, a pavement of sapphire stone, like the very heaven for clearness. And he did not lay his hand on the chief men of the people of Israel. They beheld God and ate and drank." And then down in verse 17, "Now the appearance of the glory of the Lord was like a devouring fire on the top of the mountain in the sight of all of the people of Israel." What an interesting encounter in this moment. And when we consider, do heaven and earth ever touch, it's pretty interesting to look at this moment. Now, what can we observe here? Well, first, we see that there's 70 plus people on earth who go to meet with God. And they do this on a mountain that God calls them to. And in this moment, it's as if God and man collide and heaven meets earth in this moment in some way. In verse 10, it says that they actually see God, that they, with their own eyes, that they see God. And that in that location, the ground was transformed into a jewel, a clear, brilliant pavement like a sapphire stone that was super clear like heaven. And it's almost like the real estate of earth and the real estate of heaven somehow come into close proximity in that moment, to where they can see at the same time, they can see both the earth ground and the heaven ground at the same time. Pretty amazing. It's like a portion of the territory of heaven is revealed to them. In verse 11, it says that these 70 plus people, they actually survived the experience of seeing God and seeing a bit of heaven revealed, and that they actually met with God. Incredible. It's like heaven touches earth in this moment. When it goes down to verse 17, it says that even beyond that, it's almost like that was the border territory, but there was something even more brilliant beyond that. And that beyond that pavement, there was more. There was the glory of God was revealed, that there was this incredible cloud showing the glory of God, and that there was this incredible fire showing the glory of God. And it's like the Holy of Holies of heaven was in that moment visible on planet Earth. Moses witnesses heaven and earth touch. It's the presence of God comes into contact and into the presence of men. Incredible moment. So I ask you, do heaven and earth touch?